Blizzard just turned everything on its head. Tier 4 content on PTR? People are clearing it in blues and greens. Tier 5 and everything after? Might end up being a wipe fest for unprepared guilds. Here's what we're covering today. How the anniversary changes shake up the meta, what comps actually works for every aesthetic, and for the tryhards out there, some degenerate min-max setups. Let's get into it. Let's start with the first massive change on Anniversary Realms. Bloodlust and Heroism are now completely raid-wide. You've got a 10-minute debuff on the entire raid, which means no swapping champions between different packs anymore. That opens up 2, maybe 3 raid slots right there. Second major change, Dual Spec. Raid leads finally get some breathing room. You can swap talents between trash and bosses on the fly. What that mean? Prot Warriors go Fury for trash packs, Paladins swap Red or Holy depending on the boss. Running tight with just 4 healers? Easy. Resta goes Ellie, Holy goes Red, whatever you need at the time. Third and most important change, Tier 4 raids are launching in the post-nerf state. Bosses melt, 4 healing comps is totally viable. Here's a kicker though. Tier 5 Serpent Shrine Cavern and Tempest Keep might actually end up being genuinely challenging. Lupo says quote, "We want to continue the discussion and evaluate what that may mean for Tier 5. Blizzard still deciding on this one. It could go a few ways. Full pre-nerf difficulty, partial nerfs on the nastiest boss encounters, or my personal favorite option, normal and heroic raid modes. If Tier 5 stays easy, burst windows matter way more than sustained. Arcane mages run the show, 4 healers might cut it on most encounters. If Tier 5 comes out actually hard, fights drag on, Rogues and Hunters are back on top. Anything past that is pure speculation, not worth getting into. And one more thing to mention, Heroics are launching pre-nerf, so yeah, you'll be cleaning raids in Dungeon Blues and Quest Greens, then farming Heroics once you've got some actual gear. Backwards, but that's how it's gonna be. Alright, let's talk comps for early phases TBC anniversary, starting with the absolute bare minimum your raid needs for buffs and debuffs. Arms Warrior brings Blood Frenzy debuff, Survival Hunter brings Exposed Weakness debuff, Red Paladin for the improved Seal of Crusader. You need a Shaman for Bloodlust obviously, and since we're already building melee group, enhancement is the play. Dreamstate Druid for improved Fairy Fire, plus you get Battle Res and Innovate. Affliction Lock for Curse of Elements, and Shadow Embrace debuff. Destroy Lock for Shadow Vulnerability debuff. Shadow Priest for Misery, Shadow Weaving, Vampiric Touch, and Vampiric Embrace. Prot Paladin makes all your trash pulls increasingly smooth. Holy Paladin rounds of blessings, though you could round double red if you wanted to. That's the core. Now you're probably sitting there asking, what about Mage and Rogue? Honestly, their buffs are not that important. Mage is more about convenience, solid personal damage, and someone's gotta get that Murgrim trinket anyway. First comp we are looking at, the balanced build. This one is for the vast majority of static guilds that just want to clear content without all the drama or burnout. Everyone gets to play their actual main spec, loot gets spread evenly, no one's fighting over gear. Main tank can be either Feral or Warrior. You've got 2 full melee groups here, so you can flex Warriors, Hunters, and Rogues between them however you personally want. In Phase 1 specifically, 4 heals can absolutely work, so 1 Resto Shaman just goes Ellie. Want even more damage output? Drop your Balanced Druid for another Destro Lock, and have your Resto run Dreamstate spec instead. If you're liking the content, hit subscribe and drop a comment. That's how I know it's worth doing full English dubs going forward. Alright, moving on. Second comp, the BM Hunter stack. Big difference here is grouping Beastmasters together for ferocious inspiration. They buff each other up, pump consistent damage the entire expansion. Your second Feral replaces the Prot Warrior here, still covers off-tank duties when needed. Survival Hunter gets stuck in the Healer's comp instead. Both of these comps will work all the way through TBC no matter what Blizzard throw at us. And having dual spec available lets you adjust everything on the fly. Real talk though, Tier 4 raids, clearable with basically any comp you can bring. This is way more about optimization, making your life easier, and being ready for the later phases that actually matter. Alright, quick rundown here of some comps that probably won't work if you're regular steady guilds, but might actually appeal to some of the absolute sweatiest min-max guilds out there. First one, 6 arcane mages, 5 warlocks, and just 1 melee group. You're losing out on a paladin buff here. Absolutely destroys post-nerf tier 4 content. Bosses just die in one single bloodlust window. How you gonna gear all those casters though? Yeah, good luck with that one. Next, 9 warlock comp. Seed everything, trash and bosses together? Just kidding. Actually works great if boss fights running long. But seriously though, how are you splitting loot? And finally, the triple physical melee comp. Maybe someone out there will find a way to make it work. But you can't rotate shamans between groups for bloodlust stacking anymore. Physical DPS are gonna be absolutely clawing each other's eyes out of gear. Can't wait to see the drama when warglaves drop. So, which comp your guild actually planning to run? Let me know in the comments. All comp links are down in the description. Hit like if helped and subscribe for more TBC anniversary content. See you in Outland.